It's Demo Donna here with Queen & Company, and I am going to be walking you through the first 4 shakers, 1, 2, 3, 4, for the brand new Jolly Jingles shaker kit. So I am going to be showing you the Nutcracker, Fireplace, Train, and Snowman. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to check out part 2. The first shaker we're going to put together in this fabulous kit is the adorable Nutcracker. I just want to point out that I am using the outline dies to create all of my shakers, which are an additional add-on to this kit. With this die guide, it breaks down everything that you need. So I'm just going to take it a step further and build each shaker with you. So if you have any questions, hopefully they will all be answered in this video. For the face, I do want to point out that the nose is included. It's next to the die of the hands and the face. And then the eyes and the mustache are by themselves. So when you run those through with your black paper, you don't have to run it through a second time to create your nose. And then I also used the glitter foam for the shoulders and the belt. So just wanted to point those out. Okay, so to get started, I am just gonna go ahead and build the shaker. So I'm gonna take the sticky backing off of the double-sided foam, and then I am going to lay that right on there. There we go. And then pop that inside out. And then you've got a nice little space there to add your toppings. And I'm gonna go ahead and use the really beautiful pearlized, like pearlescent little toppings here. So I'm gonna use a little bit of the red ones. I'm also gonna use the jelly gems, just a few of those, and then a few of the pops. So those are like a matte topping, just to have a little assortment of reds. Next, I'm gonna pull off the protective layer for my double-sided foam. I'm gonna add the clear acetate pre-cut. The best thing about all of these kits is all of the guesswork for making shaker cards is removed. Just as simple as that. So next we are going to add the the decorative die. So I'm going to take my sheer glue and I'm going to apply a very thin layer. This is a tacky adhesive, so you don't want to overdo it. Next, I'm going to take that decorative die, and now we have his great little shaker body. To glue his hands on, I am simply going to add 2 tiny little drops of my sheer glue to each spot where his hand is going to go. And just simply place on his hands right over that coat. There you go. So you're not trying to glue them under the coat. They've left a nice section for you there to adhere them on, which is great. Next, I'm going to take his belt. So that is this right here. Go right across there. And I used the foam, the glitter foam, so it already has the adhesive on it. We are going to add his little shoulder pads right on top here. 1 and 2. And now his jacket is complete. I am going to take some red liner tape. This is the 1/8 inch, and I didn't put it all the way down. And I'm gonna just fold that over. And now I'm gonna stick his shirt on, just like that. So now that I have the body of my adorable Nutcracker completed, I'm gonna work on his hat and his face. So really simple construction of his hat. I'm just gonna apply a small amount of sheer glue. There we go. And just layer this right on top of his hat there. So now I'm gonna apply a little bit of glue. I'm gonna grab my awesome little tool for my eyeballs and drop that in. And drop that in. You could take your fingernail tools to scoot your little eyeballs together if you need to. Take his nose and drop that in. And take his mustache. I'm just going to apply a tiny little bit more glue just to make sure he doesn't lose his mustache. Then I'm going to take a thin line of glue again so we can glue his hat on his head. I am now going to take that pop-out piece from my inside here. I am just going to trim this portion off. Flip his face over, just like that. I left a little room, so depending on where I wanted to place his head. So I'm going to take a thin little piece of cardstock, just set that in place there. Make sure you can't see it if it's a little too big. All right, and now we have our adorable little Nutcracker all complete. The next die we're going to put together is the Fireplace. And again, with this die, I am using the outline die, which you can order separately. So I am going to start with my outline die, and we are going to create our shaker. And I am going to peel that backing off. And with all of these, I am using pretty much the same colors as in the die guide, just to keep it simple. And then obviously, once you check this out, you can modify, which is really fun. Do different colors. So now I've got that piece out. I'm gonna save that for another time. Okay, to fill in my shaker, I am gonna use some of the transparent toppings that come in the kit. Sprinkle some of those in there. I'm also going to be using some of the jelly gems again, as well as the pops. So the jelly gems, I'm going to be using the yellow. And with the pops, I am going to be using some of the yellow, some of the orange, and some of the white. There we go. And now I'm just gonna peel off my protective layer over my double-sided foam. Take my sheet of acetate, layer that right on top. There we go. And now I've got like a fun little fire looking in my fireplace. Take my sheer glue, do a thin layer. There we go. Take the decorative die to really finish up the look of my fireplace. Red liner tape. When I am attaching my shaker to something, I normally like to do a combination of a little bit of red liner tape as well as sheer glue. So it's nice and permanently adhered to my card. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add a little sheer glue. And I'm gonna take my fireplace, and I forgot I have my two bases here. So I'm gonna do a little sheer glue on top, a little sheer glue on the bottom. And I'm gonna add this die here, which you're gonna cut out 2 times to do the mantle and the base of your fireplace. So I've now got my base of my fireplace, and now I'm going to go ahead and stick my shaker right on there. Now, if you want to have a raised mantle so your stockings hang over the fireplace, what you can do is cut out a third one of these here. So in the die guide, it calls for 2. So I'm going to cut out 3 because I'm going to layer 2 of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my double-sided foam here, and I am just simply going to cut out this piece with a pair of my scissors. And then I am going to peel the backing off, flip that over, center that. So this will be the same height as my shaker card, as my fireplace shaker. Pop that off, and I am just gonna layer this right on top. Okay, and now I have more of a 3D mantle. I'm gonna take my small gloobers, and I am going to grab one of each of them on the top of my stocking. So I just started with my first one, stocking number 1. Then I'm going to do my red one. So your stocking die, you're going to cut out whatever color you want in your stockings. So I did 2 red and 2 green, just like on the die guide. Keep it nice and simple. There is 3 and number 4. There we go. And then with the top of your stocking die here, it has an extra piece, which is nice because you can make the fluff on top of your stocking a different color. So I cut that out again using our glitter foam, and it's already got the adhesive on the back. So I am just simply going to go and layer those right on top, and then there you have it. A really cool fireplace shaker. The next shaker in this awesome kit that we are gonna make, the Jolly Jingles kit, is the train. And the train is a really special shaker because you actually get a double shaker. So we are gonna go ahead now and assemble the train. And I am going to start with my train shaker. And you've got 2 different shaker foams here, and then you also have 2 different pieces of acetate. So gather your supplies for that, and then make sure your orientation is correct. So you've got a rounded edge here. I did cut out the outline dies. Again, that is an add-on to the kit. So I'm going to peel off the protective backing of my double-sided foam. I am going to layer that on, squish, 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 and then remove the inside piece. And I'm going to repeat that with the train car. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the toppings that come in the kit. I'm going to put the green in the green one, and then I'm going to add some of the the red pops. And now remove the protective backing and add my acetate. Again, you've got a curved end and a flatter end. Then I'm going to take my sheer glue, add my decorative dies, and now we could start building our train out. So you've got 2 different thin pieces, an extremely thin one, which is going on your wheels, and then a thicker one, which is a decorative piece for your second train car. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that one on. And again, I am using the colors that were put together in the die guide just to keep it simple. Next, you have your wheels. They're red ones, which are really cute, that I cut out for the first one here, and then our green ones. And this is that die to cut out your wheels. And then this one here, which looks like a piece of citrus, for your train wheel here as well. Excellent. And then you've got your thin piece here which connects your wheels, and I am just going to take a very thin amount of my sheer glue, and that goes right across your front wheels to the center of your large citrus looking wheel. So just like that. Next you have this piece here, and you're going to want to cut it out if you're matching the die guide twice. So I cut it out in red, and then I also cut it out in the gray, which is the solid paper pad that is an add-on with this kit. So that is going to be my train window. There we go. And I am using my sheer glue again, especially because I'm going on top of acetate. So next I'm going to take the red that I cut out, add a tiny little bit of sheer glue, and this is the accent for my train, and I almost put it on upside down. Again, the detail in this little train set is just so cute. There we go, and now your train is all set. This train also comes with these adorable little gifts. So for the die guide, it says to cut out 2 of each. Just add a little bit of sheer glue, and I'm just going opposite, green on red and red on green. Gift number 2. And then all you have to do to attach them, if you want to have that little pop out look like this right here, is I can just add a little thin bit of sheer glue and then just layer on my gifts. And there you have your adorable little train shaker, which is just ready to go and to just add that perfect finish to any card. Choo choo. The next shaker that we are going to put together is the adorable snowman. And I am going to start with my outline die and create my shaker. The cool thing about this shaker is it has 2 different sections. So that's really nice because we can obviously, instead of everything just settling on the bottom, we're gonna have 2 little shaker sections, which I really like. Peel off that sticky, adhere that to your outline die, remove the leftover pieces, and now you've got 2 different places to add your toppings. I am going to be using the beautiful pearls, also the white pops, which look like snowballs, and then the opalescent topping that comes in the kit. Before that, the snowman has this great little accent, which is the snowflake, and I cut some out using the really beautiful glitter foam. And because this snowman has a big open section here, I am going to place in 2 snowflakes, just like that, inside my snowman. So that is all of the toppings that I'm going to be adding inside of my snowman. I'm going to take that protective paper off. There we go. And now I'm going to go ahead and add in my piece of acetate. Now I have my shaker ready to go for my snowman. Take my sheer glue, thin layer and add my decorative die. And there is our beautiful snowman shaker base. Now we are gonna add all the awesome detail. You get this scarf die. So I cut it out in the solid red like our die guide here, and also in a striped pattern that comes in your beautiful paper, just so you could see like how cute it and simple it is to just mix it up. We've also got the hat die, and remember I mentioned that this is a little different than the die on your Nutcracker. It's more of a square versus the Nutcracker hat comes out as an angle. And you've also got this tiny little piece here, awesome detail. And that is a decorative element on your hat. I'm just gonna add a very thin line of sheer glue. And you can do this in silver, glitter foam, gold, all sorts of different colors just to really connect the scarf tie in to the hat. So really fun to play with that hat detail. You've also got the nose and the eyes. So the nose and the eyes are one die, and you're gonna wanna cut that out twice, one with your black paper and one with a little bit of orange so you can have a carrot nose. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick the eyeballs on. I'm gonna add just a tiny little bit of sheer glue. All right, using a little bit of glue, we added on the eyes and his carrot nose. And you can see having a white background with white toppings makes it so it's not a distraction to see the detail of our snowman's face. So next I'm gonna glue on his hat. Again, just a little bit of sheer glue. Now I'm gonna use my third snowflake that I have cut out of that glitter foam as an accent piece right here on his hat. So you see there, just like the die guide, my snowman's got a little decorative snowflake on his hat. Now we are gonna add his scarf and he is good to go. And there you have your adorable snowman shaker. Now we've completed the first 4 beautiful shakers of the Jolly Jingles kit. Make sure you check out part 2 of this video to see how to put together the next 4. Thanks for watching.